Hey, so many thoughts running in the mind. I wonder at what speed are these running? Well, I do wish I can quantify that in terms of a number. Well, is that the thing just with me? Or you are also facing the same thing? Might be even you do that. We all wake up. What is that we wake up to? Well, each of us have our own reason or quantifying our reasons for that matter. Let's pause that and talk about what is that we retire to? Yes, I mean, what is that we retire to? When we just close our eyes, do we really sleep? Or before going to sleep, what are the kind of the thoughts that actually run in the mind? Like I mentioned in the beginning, is that speed that you are not able to quantify in terms of a number? Or you don't even want to talk about that? Of course, I faced that too, a couple of years back. Blessed time that whenever I want to sleep, I grab my sleep. But there have been days when I really wanted to sleep, though I might be half asleep. But still I was not able to because there was something that I was always thinking about. It could be because, of those unfinished tasks, or it could be those pending tasks which has been just lying over there and staring at me like, that car that I have parked in the parking lot and I didn't care to look at it. Or is it something like I want to do, but I've never taken that step to do? Yeah, definitely possible. Or is it something like I think that I can never do, but I keep admiring about that particular thought or about that particular task that I want to do? Do you really face this too? Or you have faced it? I faced all of these, or more to this list also. That's when I realized, what is that I wake up to that I can retire to too? So many questions in my mind. It was like that puddle, unsettled puddle. There was always a ripple effect in that. Every time I just look into it, I don't see the reflection. I just see a ripple, and several other ripples being formed over there. I try to just mix it up, and I just land up in a situation of just getting mixed up in my mind with the thoughts and questions and preconditions on self-worthiness, on the stories which talk about fear, or about those stories which didn't let me take those steps in my life. Like a zombie, I used to wake up. And I just used to wake up in a hurry. Yes, hurry-burry, which you call it as, right? I rushed to the washroom, or I rushed to the kitchen, or I rushed to the living room. I didn't live. I was just breathing in and breathing out, which had a lot of anticipation, anxiety, fear, questioning with regards to self-worthiness, questioning about those facts which I really want to do and why am I not taking that step to do. I have been thinking about all these things throughout the day, and that never used to let me sleep or retire to the bed peacefully. It was a hard step that I had to take. I just realized, like I mentioned, it was that car which I had parked it in somebody else's parking lot, and they're just waiting for me to remove my car. And I am not even taking one step to remove my car from that space. It is just rusting over there, and only when I realize that it is rusting, I just go about running so fast that it could be faster than a cheetah or a jaguar. To save that car so that it doesn't get rust anymore. Can we apply the same thing to our thoughts also? I mean, we might have heard about this particular quote. I'm sharing this with a due courtesy to the person whoever shared this. Yes. A person is the sum of 5 people he or she they have grown with. A person is the sum of people whom they work with. A person is the sum of they have been living with. But there is also one more thing. The 6th person is, I would call it as our thoughts. What kind of thoughts are we seeding in or sowing for that matter in our mind? Are they letting us grow? Or are these thoughts the reason for us to just stay in the same place and which is not letting us move further and which is ensuring that we just keep moving backward every day, every second, and always make us feel miserable and put us into the anxiety kind of a situation? As I started addressing about thoughts that's been running in my mind, I started writing down what kind of thoughts that's been running in my mind. If, for example, in a day there were 100 thoughts, believe me, 80% were those thoughts which was all about self-questioning, about worthiness, capability, missing factor. No, I'm not doing this, I'm not up to mark, all these things. And there were hardly 15 to 20% which was typically about positive thoughts. That's when I realized, let me do this exercise for another week to 10 days. And this time I became conscious. Because when I started listing down in my book, I didn't want to see those as 75% or even for that matter, even 50%. I was conscious about my thoughts and every day I started writing it down. And slowly I realized that, like at the 10th day, I still had my diary filled with the positive and the negative thoughts. But I was aware about the negative thoughts, which was not letting me be the way I want to be. I started looking at the positive thoughts as an opportunity area. The positive thoughts were about, this is something I want to do. Here, there are opportunities available. This is something which is pending, but I can still do it. It was kind of affirmative, or rather I would say, yes, it is affirmative. It gave me an awareness about all my negative thoughts. Yes, I'm just a normal human, and it's a normal human tendency for me to think negative as well positive, like you do. I'm not a superhuman. Yeah, I'm just what I am. A culmination of the blessings and the wishes by people, of course, and a culmination of the thoughts that I've built in my mind. Slowly I started looking at the car which was rusting. I started taking care of it. I started clearing because it is not easy to remove the rust, but it is not something which can never be done. Absolutely, I was just working with my mind. They call, I'm sure you would have seen these forwards which talks about fixed mindset and the growth mindset. I did read about them also so many years back. But when I started listing down the thoughts that's been running in my mind on a day-to-day basis, and you want to know when I did this? Before going to sleep. Because when I started writing down, these were the things I thought about. Did I think about this too? Wow! Might be few thoughts which I feel is an opportunity area. Let me put it for the to-do list for the next day. And next day I woke up to to-do list with excitement. It wasn't something like a deadline that I was looking at it as. The to-do list excited me every day. The to-do list are something that I'm passionate about doing. It could be a small task about making a paper boat also. Or it could be that thought about creating a purpose and a vision for my company, and for the people I work with, and for the team who work with me. Exciting. Before going to bed, when I've been writing down about my thoughts, I feel good about the fact because I started embracing those thoughts which I used to call it as, or even while ago I spoke about it as negative. I started looking at it as just a thought. It is normal for me to get all kind of thoughts, but it's normal for me again to filter out what I wish to carry further or forward next. Because thoughts helps us in creating the habit. A habit, once we practice, it's about the growth. Once the growth happens, yes, we love seeing that growth within us, excellence happen. Once the excellence happens, we would not look at success as a momentary component. We would look at it as it's a part and parcel of the game. Once we taste the success, once we state the excellence meaning also, things will fall into place automatically. It's all about working on an autopilot mode. It is these thoughts which we look forward to when we are waking up in the morning. And it is these thoughts which would cradle us back to the bed to welcome the next day. As I started building up this little exercise, filling up my diary with what I feel, what I felt, and what I wanted to do became more. One day when I was just looking at the list of what I want to do, it was huge, humongous. Immediately the negative thought hugged me and said, "What the hell are you doing? Why the hell do you want to look at so many things that you want to do? Aren't you comfortable and happy with what you are currently? You have a shelter to live, you have a family, you have financial support, you have wealth, you have investment, you have a child, you have everything, this, that. Why do you want to look at other things?" As I was aware about the thoughts which was coming, I wouldn't say I shut it off. I just spoke to it and I said, "Thanks for coming over and awakening, the thought in me to act on what I want to do." As I started listing on what I'm passionate about, what I want to do, that's how the purpose in my life happened. And I wrote the purpose that day, that my purpose is to transform the words and emotions into stories, creating that emotional and mental well-being, and helping people to create their personal or individual brand. We would create a brand, we would create a vision, purpose, and all these things only when we know what thoughts, what belief system, what pattern, and what stories we share to ourselves. Would you like to be part of my learning course, Building Growth Mindset to Create Your Brand? Yes, it is up for you to grab a rate. We'll be sharing the link in the description too. It has helped around 200 to 300 people when I was doing the same thing on one-on-one basis. As I was able to understand the pattern people operate, that's when I realized the base of the pyramid is built with thoughts, habits, and belief system, and the stories that we've been sharing to ourselves. The story is available for a grab. Yes, this course is definitely available for a grab. And that's how the community happened. That's how several things happened, for that matter. Even now when I'm speaking to you, there are a few thoughts that's coming in my mind. I started respecting it as a thought rather than looking at it as a positive and a negative. It is not about being spiritual. It is about being aware. So what is that you retire to? Do let me know. I would love to hear. See you soon in the next episode. This is your Meera signing off. Meera's Oasis and the Dino in Oasis. We'll be back with yet another shows, yet another coffee or the Copy Connects, and lots more and lots more. Signing off. See ya. Meera here, your growth pranam. Ta-da.